But nobody tells you the part that comes next, because after his arrest, the story stops being dramatic and turns downright brutal. King James orders torture. Real medieval torture. Guy Fawkes will go from defiant soldier to barely able to write his own name. But before we even get there, you need the context. The anger, the religious pressure cooker, the broken promises, the loss, the fear, the whole storm that pushes 13 men to plan the destruction of their own government. Because Guy Fawkes didn't end up in that cellar by accident. And that is where the story really begins. So before we dive into torture chambers and picking gunpowder, we need to understand why Guy Fawkes and a bunch of well-dressed English gentlemen decided, you know what sounds fun? Blowing up Parliament. Because this wasn't random. This was pressure building for decades, like a pot about to boil over. Let's rewind. England in the late 1500s? It's hot, chaotic mess of religious tension. On one side, Protestants, on the other, Catholics. And both groups are absolutely convinced the other side is ruining the country, the monarchy, and possibly the afterlife. A century earlier, King Henry VIII was like, "I want my marriage annulled." The Pope said, "No." And Henry, being Henry, basically responded, "Fine, I will make my own church." Boom. Now Catholics are the enemy, and practicing their faith becomes extremely risky. By the time Elizabeth I rules, Catholic families are losing land, going to prison, being fined to bankruptcy, or even executed just for being Catholic. Entire communities are forced underground, literally. Then comes 1603. New king, fresh start. England gets James I, Mary Queen of Scots' son, and Catholics are like, finally, someone who gets it. And honestly, at the beginning, James plays along. He's like, sure, Catholics can exist, just be chill about it. But then he realizes that being chill doesn't make him popular with the Protestant majority. Rumors start swirling. Whispers say he's too soft, maybe even secretly Catholic friendly. And James panics. He does a full political 180. He says, and this is a real quote, that he has utter detestation of Catholicism. He bans Catholic worship completely. He starts enforcing laws that ruin Catholic families.